Here we are at the Monster Mile in the Dover Downs in Delaware for the Goodies 300 around this 1 mile concrete oval in our first state. On the pole is a 34 Josephine O'Neill looking for her first victory in the Target Series. To her outside is the 22 of Luke Rainey. Then third to Anthony Hernandez, fourth is Jennifer Buford, and Roman Fenway rounds out the top 5. In sixth is Jeff Bright in the 3. Seventh is Evan Hunter. Eighth is Danny Lloyd. In ninth it's Ryan Brommer, and Trey Rainey rounds up the top 10. The rest of the field is Jay Jefferson to his inside, Adam McDowell the 16. Then you have Greg Torres and Landon Lyons. Behind them, Marcus Sachi with Max Anderson. Then we have Mitchell Collins and James DeCurligan. Then there's Levi Shones and Michael Canto in the 24, second in points with 3 wins coming into this race. Then we have Ryan Taylor and Mathis Wells. Behind them, Oliver Galloway with William Boland to his outside. Boland comes in as the points leader. Then with Marshall Burrow and Jason Larker. Behind them, Alexander Rowe with Paul Taylor. Then there's Eli Bright and George Cooper. Behind them, Jacob Davidson with Justin Heath. And we have Jake Galloway and Blake Petrus. Jonathan Beeford with Anton Charlebois. Then there's Jim Gambit and Derek Hamill. Behind them, Code Luigi and John Gambit. And in the final round, the field, Sebastian Gugelon in the 6th. Two's outside of the 28 of Riley Spurley-Tube. There's our starting lap for the Goody 300 at the Dover International Speedway. Let's get started. Let's go on track. So I get the command to fire these engines up.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the command has been given to fire these 42 Target Series engines up to go racing at the Monster Mile in Dover, Delaware. O'Neill and Luke Rainey will lead us to the green flag at the start of the Goodies 300. So Josephine O'Neill looking to try and break her way into the chase for the Target Series season number 7. She's on the brink. A win could do greatly for her chances. Luke Rainey is up there in points. He's looking to try to get to the points lead. But starting on the outside, very, very hard to do here at Dover. Inside lane getting it going. 45 laps to determine a winner in the Goodies 300 here at the Monster Mile. They come down the front stretch. Restart zone for O'Neill and Luke Rainey. We're at green flag racing at Dover. O'Neill swung wide to lead lap 1, but Hernandez has the inside to turn 1. The 1 car for the lead, gonna take it through 1 and 2. And brings Evan Hunter now to the inside, goes the 0-1 down the back stretch. Hunter with the run. Big run for the 0-1. He went basically down to the apron to make this pass. He's gonna take it through 3 and 4. Evan Hunter now out front at Dover. Ryan Brommer through to second. 3 wide back there. Contact with Roman Fenway and James DeCurligan. Brommer to second. McDowell to third. Torres through to 4th. Cantor coming up to try and get his way inside the top 5. Hernandez fills that hole for 5th. But the 24 digging hard, trying to get there. Getting by pulls here, Josephine O'Neill is falling back on the outside. And the outside lane, not the place to be here at Dover. It's so hard to make it work. We've seen here, you could start on the inside towards the back of the field. That's all right. You can get yourself in the top 20, top 15 now that day because everyone will be up high. If you start the back of the pack on the outside, you're going to fall way back. You're not going to be able to have a shot to come forward. Same with O'Neill. She fell back. She's fallen back in the outside lane. She started on pole. She got to the outside. She's quickly falling her way outside the top 10 as cars going around. Oh, contact. Around they go. 4 wide in the back. Buford goes around the 62. Gets Danny Lloyd. Caution flag will come up for the first time here this afternoon early on. Buford goes for a spin and gets some others, including Danny Lloyd and Alexander Rowe. As we race back to the caution flag, Evan Hunter over Ryan Brommer to get us back in front. So the yellow is out early on for the first time here this afternoon. Buford, the first car to go around the 62, and then squeezes the 21 of Lloyd into the wall as there was contact racing back to the line. So we'll see what happens. Caution is out here at Dover. This was basically 4 wide up the corner. It's 3 wide at this point, but Levi Shones kind of hangs a left to get beneath Riley Spurley-Tube, who comes up the racetrack, gets into Buford right there. 27 goes low. They're making contact with Roman Fenway. Around go the 62 right there. Shones gets hit, does a great job saving the car. Trey Rain got put to the outside wall back there as he got hit by Alexander Rowe. Buford comes up into Danny Lloyd, who makes contact. There's Trey getting away in the 25, but Rowe definitely does have some significant damage off of what happened. There's Bold in our points they're getting through, but he definitely is further back in the field now. That's not going to help his chance to try and keep that points. As Michael Canto's up inside the top 10, battling for a top 5. And I think you see right there, Trey Rain kind of checked up, got down, and Alexander Rowe got into him right there. Put those 2 into the wall. We'll go on board with a few drivers that were back here behind this crash. First one to show is Jeff right in the threes. He was right behind the hitting and banging. As he was right behind the three-wide situation, he's able to make his way through the madness. And barely, too. Barely made his way through that. Got down to the apron. Did a great job keeping his car under control to get on around. So let's go on board with our points leader, William Bullins. He was behind all the madness. He was basically 42nd at the start-finish line. And he saw everything that happened, including the 09 with 25's contact. And he did a great job getting down to the apron, getting up by, keeping his car going straight and not getting involved. Ryan Taylor also up there in points in the 23 car. He's just ahead of William Bullins at the start-finish line. He also misses it. He's on the outside. There's the 09 getting up into the outside wall. But luckily, that was only about 3-4 cars that got damaged and all that. That could have been a lot more. It could have been 10-15 cars that got damaged. These drivers doing a great job getting on around. So Evan Hunter leading the race right now in the 01s. He made a big pass at Anthony Hernandez. As they stay out on the racetrack, the 01 will lead us back to the green flag. Evan Hunter out front here at Dover. Coming back green this time, lap number 10. Evan Hunter out front in the 01 car. Because there were no big hits in that crash, no cars retired off it. The 21, the 62, and the 09 came down pit road to get some repairs. They'll restart at the back of the field. Hopefully their cars are repaired enough to get up to speed. William Bonner, points leader, restarts 39th. As Michael Canto second in points, restarts 6th. Hunter leads. Ryan Brommer second. Adam McDowell third. Greg Torres and Anthony Hernandez are front 5. Then Michael Canto, Oliver Galloway, Marshall Burrell, Eli Bright, and Paul Taylor are the front 10. Down the front stretch, restart zone for Evan Hunter and the rest of the field. We are back racing at Dover. Green flag back in the air. And a great jump for Evan Hunter as Brommer may have spun the tires in the 49 to turn number 1. Bryce McDowell did not make a move right there. He had a good restart, but stayed in line with the 49, trying to push him forward. Down the back stretch of the race, single file on back. Cantle the first to try and break low on Hernandez, but gets quickly back up in line. Now McDowell, a bottom lane, as Brommer uses the middle. 16 closes down to the back of the 49, looking low to turn 1. Oh, behind them, a car blowing up or something is the 99 Jacob Davidson. Got quickly down to the apron to make sure he didn't hold anyone up. Great job there by the 99 knowing what was happening, but a tough break for Davidson. Canto moves to 5th as Hernandez up top 3 wide. Eli Brent, the 88 moves around that. Marshall Burrow in the middle in the A9. Contact there with the 43 Paul Taylor. They're trying to get sorted out to turn 1. A9-1 stuck up top. The 32 and the 33 further back, they're also stuck up top. As Adam McDowell is pressuring Ryan Brommer to make a move. See cars using the middle lane through 3 and 4 because of the smoker down low. Davidson makes it to the pits. We stay green. 3 wide. Hernandez. Contact with Derek Campbell. Do they sort out to turn 1? They do. Close, hard, rubbing and banging here at Dover. Campbell trying to get around Hernandez. Almost gave him the spin down the front stretch. But Adam McDowell is pressuring Ryan Brommer to get going, or McDowell's going to take that second spot. That 16 is bad fast. Started outside the top 10. He was on the inside lane, so he quickly moved up inside the top 5. McDowell has the mirror full now. Greg Torres as the 49 is the mirror full of Adam McDowell to turn 3. That 16 is fast, but Brommer doing a great job just hugging that bottom lane down onto that apron. The 16 can't get any lower. And he can't make the pass either. There you go this time by Alexander leaves the pits in the 09. Multiple laps down. And now Torres. Got a little loose off the corner. I thought he was going to try and make the move, but really loose for the 7. Puts him back. And now the 16 has some room to try and pressure the 49 again. Tight down low for the 16. Falls back. Now Torres over the back of the 16 to turn 1. No one can make a move quite yet. Very hard to make a pass here at Dover. But certainly is possible to do. McDowell once again, looking low. Canto, second in points. Right now runs 5th. He's looking for his 4th win of the Target Series season. Be unprecedented if he could get to victory lane in such a short amount of time for the 4th time this season. McDowell now trying to higher lane, trying to see if the run will work for him. Down the back stretch. He loses ground. Now Oliver Galloway got a great run through 1 and 2, looking to the inside. Canto, quickly that door is shut. And here comes Eli right now from the 7th position. Back there for 8th. Just needs to get around Paul Taylor, who just falls back to 9th. Mathis Wells for 10th. Trying to get around Blake Petrus. James DeKerrigan also there, going for 11th. He's going to get it to turn 1. Now DeKerrigan can try for a top 10. Wells as the 20 went up the racetrack a little bit. Single file though at the front. No one able to make a move. Now Brommer with the run to Evan Hunter. Looking to the inside. Off turn 4. Side by side down the front stretch for the lead. Hunter up top, Brommer down low. The 16 McDowell stays high. Brommer's going to take the lead. Greg Torres to second in the 7 car. As he's now looking low down the back stretch. Canto through the 3rd. Galloway for 4th. And Eli Bright for a top 5 in the 88 car. As Adam McDowell and Hunter fall back on the outside lane. And it's a long way back to find their next hole in line. And back behind Blake Peters to be the next hole for McDowell and Hunter. They need to hope that they can fight on the outside, hang tough. That's hard to do here at Dover. 25 laps to go this time by. Out front, it's Ryan Brommer. Greg Torres runs 2nd. Michael Canto 3rd. Oliver Galloway 4th. Eli Bright 5th. Justin Heath is up to 6th. Paul Taylor 7th. James Kurgan 8th. Blake Peters is 9th. And now 10th. Adam McDowell found his way down low. And he'll move around Evan Hunter, who was in the race in a few laps ago. He's quickly out now outside the top 10. Could fall outside the top 15 if he can't get down low. He has a hole down there, but Spray filled it. We'll see if the 01 can finally get down there. 28 tight. The 01's going to get it. So Hunter down in line. As up front, there is a battle for 3rd. Oliver Galloway to the inside. Michael Canto will grab that spot away. As now Canto with the racetrack. Eli Bright to 4th. Heath up inside the top 5. Look at him using that apron to turn that car off the corner. Get a great launch. Now Paul Taylor fills that inside hole. Same with James Kurgan and Blake Peters. Does Adam McDowell get to the inside of Michael Canto, who's fallen now outside the top 5. He's back to 8th. Now back to 9th. They fall outside the top 10. McDowell moves around. Here comes Mathis Wells in the 20. Close there. The 20 a little tight, and the 24 finds a hole down line inside the top 10. And look at him gaining on McDowell, who went low. As a bad entry to the corner for Adam McDowell. Canto's all over the back of him. Speaking of all over the back of, Greg Torres is all over the back of Ryan Brommer for this race. Lead through 1 and 2. That 7 car is fast right now. In Junior Motorsports, 2 of the front 4. Greg Torres runs 2nd. Eli Bright runs 4th. As for the lead, Torres to the bottom. Brommer to the top side. 49 keeps the lead for now. But to turn 1, here comes Eli Bright for 3rd. The 10 moves up the racetrack. Oliver Galloway back to 5th. Just needs up to 4th. And Eli through to 3rd. Down the back stretch. Now Justin Heath trying to fend off Oliver Galloway. Here comes Paul Taylor and the others. Now Junior Motorsports, 2nd and 3rd behind Ryan Brommer. They have 20 laps to try and run down that 49 and get by him. And Eli looks to have the fastest car on the racetrack. And he does. I think Eli Bright's probably the fastest car. Look at him sideways off the corner fighting that car. Trying to get to turn. Does Eli try to help Greg Torres get around Ryan Brommer? Or does Eli try to make the move for himself? Now 19 to go. Greg Torres once again all over the back of Ryan Brommer. As Oliver Galloway moves around Heath. Paul Taylor puts in the middle of a 3-wide. James Kurgan in the 70 coming through for a top 5. Peters also on the bottom lane coming forward. 70 can't get to the inside of the 43. Gets down line 5th. 3-car breakaway at the front of the field. Torres once again peaking low to turn 1. His teammate Eli Bright is with him. I think if Greg makes a move, Eli will go with him. The question is, can Torres make that move? Lap traffic ahead. Danny Lloyd is slow in the 21. Ryan Brommer through 3 and 4 just doing what he needs to, protecting that bottom lane. Not letting anyone get the run on him. If someone runs lower than him, they will get the run. Here comes Eli. Talked about how fast the 88 cars looked. Eli's through to 2nd. He's going to put Torres' teammate back to 4th. As Oliver Galloway moves to 3rd in the 10. Torres does get in line, though, in the 4th position, that 7 car. Now looking for 3rd again. Yeah, he got to run. A little tight for the 7 down low. Has to feather the throttle. And Oliver Galloway does keep the 3rd position for now. But the fight is for the race lead. Eli Bright has the fastest car here today. He's all over the back of Brommer down the back stretch. And where do they catch Danny Lloyd? That's going to be the big decider in how this race goes. Through 3 and 4. Tight for the 43 of Paul Taylor back there. He loses numerous positions. Now Brommer looking to the inside to turn 1. Eli with a better entry to the corner. Gets a run through 1 and 2. The middle of 1 and 2 for Eli Bright. Down the backstretch side by side. And the 49 held up by Danny Lloyd. Eli Bright around to the lead at Dover. 15, now 14 to go this time by Oliver Galloway through to 2nd. Torres to 3rd. Brommer still held up. Get down line 4th possibly. But Blake Peters coming to the inside. To turn 1. Blake Peters, the 15. To a top 5 as the yellow flag is out for the 2nd time. A wreck in 1 and 2. It's a big one. Cars upside down. James Kurgan is flipping wildly. William Bull and our points leader involved. The yellow flag, and it's for a massive crash in turn 1 and 2. Eli Bright back in front. These drivers have to slow it down now. And it's going to be an interesting restart. It's going to be under 10 laps to go. Junior Motorsports and Eli Bright leads the race. And we'll see how it goes on the restart. The yellow flag out late for the second time. And it's a big crash. James Kurgan upside down, flipping wildly. His day is done. The crash for the second caution of the day. We'll see how it happened. This was racing inside the top 10. As Eli Bright got around our race leader, here they come off turn 4, 3 wide. James Kurgan in the middle. Spray tube slides up, just gets into him. Right there, they save the cars, and the 28 back up into the 70. Spins him hard into the inside wall. The 70 then comes back up into the spray tube. They come up the racetrack. Heath barely gets clipped in the 00 into the outside wall. He goes. 70 comes back down the racetrack, and here they come into it. The 70 gonna get hit right there by Jim Gammett, then Derek Hamill. Hamill goes flying. There's Mitchell Collins. Anthony Charles bought through the middle. Roman Fenway basically underneath the 70. William Bone goes underneath the 70. There's Jonathan Buford into it. There's Cole Luigi in the 33. Jeff Bright in the 3. They were possibly involved. The 70 gets Landon Lyons, who goes for a slide. William Bone, the 81. Our points leaders mentioned involved. And I'm wondering if the 00 maybe caught the 3 and the 33, because they made it through the first part, but I think Heath may have gotten the 3 and the 33 there in the second part. The other 33 came down to the 3 and hit him, but that is a hard crash. And look at Bone underneath the 70 car, flips to Kurgan hard. And that's like a twister, spinning like a top for the 70 car. We will go on board with William Bolin, our points leader, coming into the race. As Michael Canto runs inside the top 10, Bolin is in danger of losing this points lead. Right there, the crash happening. There's the 70 flipping. He saw the 07 go through that hole, but the hole just closed up for the 81 right there. And Bolin goes for a slide. And his day done here at Dover. And will definitely lose a ton of points to Michael Canto. The question is, can Canto capitalize and gain those points? Jeff Bright in the 3. He got involved. I'm wondering if it was with Code Luigi. We'll see what happened here. So they missed this first part of the crash. And I think Luigi tried to come down and Bright kind of trying to come up. And they both make hard contact with the outside wall. And that's a big, tough break there for those two. They're running inside the top 20. It was going to be a decent day for them both. But then they're going to restart towards the end of the field with some damage. As Code Luigi in the 33 right there. I think they were trying to miss Justin, who's coming back down the racetrack, the 00. After he hit the wall, Luigi kind of comes low, and Jeff was kind of down there and ran out of room. Trying to miss that crash. Jeff definitely took the worst hit. Luigi just kind of backed into the wall, but they're going to lose some positions there, trying to get it back going. So the yellow flag comes out for the second time here this afternoon, and it's going to set up an interesting late race restart with under 10 to go. Eli Bright's first Target Series victory came here at Dover. He's looking now for his third of the season. Can Eli Bright hold off the challenge behind to get to victory lane here at Dover? Lights are out on the pace car. 9 laps to go on the restart here in the Goody 300 at Dover. Out from that crash. And by the way, Jacob Davidson under the caution, or under the yellow flag, or excuse me, under the green flag when he has issues. It was a piston issue for him. Jonathan Buford, Derek Hamill, and Jim Gammett are out along with James Kurgan, and William Bone's going to finish likely 37th. As Alexander Ross down on the racetrack, he's just 3 laps down. Daniel and Sebastian Kukulon both a lap down. 33 cars on the lead lap. Leading this race is Eli Bright, looking for his third win of the season and looking to get back to victory lane at Dover in the Target Series. Oliver Galloway set to restart in second. Greg Torres third. Ryan Breimer fourth. Blake Peters fifth. Adam McDowell, Michael Canto, Mathis Wells, Evan Hunter, and Paul Taylor are the front 10 for the restart. Lap number 37. Can Eli Bright hold off the challenge from behind as they enter the restart zone? We're back racing at Dover. And the front 3 tight together to turn 1. Paul Taylor make a move in the 43. Oliver Galloway with a great jump. He's on the back of the 88 off turn number 2. Luke Rain falls back in the outside lane, down the back stretch. Here comes Oliver Galloway in the 10. Goes a little high through 3 and 4. Blake Peters for 4th. Getting underneath Ryan Breimer, who falls back. Could fall outside the top 5. And McDowell the 16 for 5th. He'll take it. Canto falls back in the 24 up top with Ryan Breimer. Hunter coming through on the bomb in the 01. Down the back stretch, 3 wide further back. But up at the front, Eli Bright pulls away from Oliver Galloway and Greg Torres. Through 3 and 4. Eli Bright, 7 laps away from another Target Series victory. Greg Torres, up high through 1 and 2. This is the battle for third as Blake Peters moves to the inside of turn 2. And down the back side by side. Peters going to move to third. That's what Galloway wanted to see. He didn't want someone to be right up his bumper. Now he can try and focus out front. Petrus to third, McDowell to fourth, Torres back to fifth, Brommer now for fifth. Hunter goes up top. Here comes Paul Taylor and John Gammett down low. Eli Bright smooth sailing away. The 88 car has been the fastest here this race. And coming to 5 to go. That's 5 miles at Dover. He has 5 miles to negotiate. A yellow flag would end it. So Eli knows a yellow cannot set up a late race restart that he would have to get through. He knows now he just has to hold off Oliver Galloway, Blake Petrus, Adam McDowell, and Ryan Brommer. And the 10 is not gaining at all. The gap staying consistent. Eli Bright doing a great job out front. 4 to go at Dover. The lap times. The 10 about half a tenth faster, but he needs a ton more. He has 3.5 laps. Down the back stretch. Eli Bright. 3 to go this time by. And it's the battle for second. If Petrus can get around Oliver Galloway fast enough, that 15 could have a shot, but it's only 3 laps to go. I think it's best bet to stay lined up behind the 10, help Galloway forward in that draft. Eli Bright's last lap. Once again, half a tenth slower. But that's good enough. You don't have to be 100% here. If he's half a tenth slower and he's not running full speed, that car is pretty fast. 2 to go this time by. 2 miles left at Dover. Eli Bright leads Oliver Galloway. The gap that time by. Down to 2 tenths. Oliver Galloway trying anything he can to get to Eli Bright. Maybe give him the bumper. Coming to the white flag in the Goody 300. Eli Bright won the first 2 races of the season. Has struggled. Now fighting back at the white flag. He's leading the race, looking for his 3rd of the season. White flag in the air. The last lap for Eli Bright. The gap under 2 tenths. But Oliver Galloway needs something big to happen as they come off 2 and down the backstretch. Eli Bright has won so many times in the Target Series. His first win came here at Dover a few seasons ago. And working through 3 and 4 is coming to victory lane once again at Dover. Eli Bright Junior Motorsports back to victory lane. The 88 in Junior Motorsports has been unstoppable here at Dover. Junior Motorsports has won so many times at Dover in the Target Series, and they had another one. They won last season here at Dover. They won with Eli Bright a few seasons ago at Dover. They had another one. Eli Bright, a victor once again in the Target Series at Dover. His 3rd of the season, ties Michael Canto for the most. Let's go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Goody 300 at Dover International Speedway. 2 caution flags for 8 laps in this race, with 3 lead changes, 4 different drivers leading laps. Eli Bright started 29th here in the afternoon, got up to the race lead, leading 15 of the 45 laps to get to victory lane. That was the 2nd most laps led in this race. Oliver Galloway ends up 2nd in the 10, 3rd Blake Petrus and McDowell 4th, and Ryan Brommer led 12 of the 45 laps to get to 5th. Then Greg Torres in 6th, Paul Taylor 7th, John Gammett 8th, Evan Hunter, the dominant car of the day, 17 laps led. He'll end up a 9th after falling back there, and Anthony Hernandez from 3rd ends up top 10. So there's our top 20 finishers. Josephine O'Neill from the pole at the first lap of the race, but fell back quickly. Decent rebound for her. She ends up 12th. See down here some drivers we didn't really talk about. Dover very hard to pass, as I mentioned. Michael Canto falls to 14th there at the end on that final restart. And if he would have finished up inside the top 10, it would have been enough to take over the points lead. But now Canto just a few points behind Bolin for that points lead. Still that A1, though, out front in the points. 31 cars finishing on the lead lap, with 36 finishing running. Points there, William Bolin finishes 37th and loses that 70-some point lead he had coming into the race. We'll now go look at the point standings. So here are the points as we head from Dover. William Bolin keeps that points lead, but Michael Canto closes into only 6 points back. Canto 2nd, Ryan Taylor 3rd, Cole Luigi 4th, and McDowell 5th. Then Greg Torres in 6th, Luke Rainey falls to 7th, Blake Petrus 8th, Max Anderson in 9th, and Sebastian Kukulon rounds out the top 10. So as we look at our top 20, our 2 wildcards, Eli Bright 11th in points with the 3 victories, and George Cooper 14th with his victory. So Eli Bright basically almost a wild card lock at this point. As long as he can stay top 20 in the points, he will be good enough to keep that wild card. But how about how close it is for the points lead? The top 8 separated by less than 100 points. The top 4 separated by only 41 points. And your front 2 only separated 6 points. That's about 1 or 2 positions. 21st to 40th right here. Jonathan Beeford 27th in the 66 with his win. Jake Galloway 37th with his victory. They need a lot more to happen to try and get up to a top 20 in a wild card position. So after Dover, we head to a super speedway, Talladega, the Aaron's 300. I'll see you guys then.